I'd like to show you the same processes that we've been doing, but applied to a family shoot. I'm going to try to go through as best I can and record this live for you so that you can see how I go about doing an actual shoot, and I'll try to talk along with it as best I can. I can only do one thing at a time, so I might be a little bit choppy with my words or with my editing speed, but I'm going to go through. I haven't done anything to the images other than they've been sorted and they've been imported into Lightroom with the 100% preview rendered. So I put these earlier today when I went to make dinner, and it's actually late in the evening right now as I record this video. But I'm going to go through, edit this shoot. It's 469 photos. So I'm going to start by the advanced sort, and then we're going to go about applying our presets, and then adjusting our adjusting our white balance and our exposure, followed by any specific edits that we want to do. So I'm going to get started, and again I'm going to try and talk as much as I can and explain what I'm doing. So starting with, I'm going to go into the metadata and sort by camera type. I find that sorting into the advanced sort is best by camera model or by serial number. If I had multiple of the same camera here, I would actually choose the camera serial number as opposed to the camera type. I want to make sure that I've got the equals to and the no filter selected, and I've got I can start going. I know that I shot a lot of these first images in the same spot, so a lot of these are going to be full shade images before we started moving around. And then the sun came out, and so we're going to move those into the number 3s. These ones I'm going to edit a little bit differently, so I'm actually going to put these as a number 5. And put that as, and these are the sun flare came out, so I'm going to edit those a little bit differently. So I'm going to put those as number 6. And I know I don't have those slots filled by detail photos as I would normally put there because it's not a wedding. These also shot in a similar lighting condition as to the number 2s. Here, I'm not sure if that was still shady. Let's go with, I'm not sure. Let's go with number 2s, and we can move them if need be. Look at that, there's even a photo of me in there. Lovely. We'll add that one in there for fun. Okay, totally different image. Make that a category of itself. And then we had some time on the playground just capturing a few things, and so we'll move those to, I don't think I used that one. Okay, so here we start, and we are selecting our Alright, we're going to start by selecting our 2-star images. We're going to apply our shade preset. Got our sun one. In case you're wondering what I'm doing to select and deselect, Shift Command D will select only the image that you're on within Lightroom. Nothing under 4, 5. I'm going to start with this one, and then we'll move on from there if we have to adjust it. I've got a rim light image that I think will, rim light preset that I think will work well for that. Let's oops. Put those ones in the wrong spot. These ones I know I'm going to want my dramatic landscape preset because I really want that blue sky. Actually, I'm just going to see what it looks like if I put the blue sky one on there. I think I like that starting point. Okay, so now we have our presets applied. Now when I have a lot of images that are shot in the same spot specifically, I want to go into the first one and make sure that, and I know that with the background here I've got a lot of green, so I'm going to go into the colors, and I actually going to lower the green luminance a little bit and bump up my greens to get a little bit more color contrast going on. I'm going to pick something nice and white and see where we are. That's too warm for me, so I'm going to cool that down a bit. Like that. It's up just a little bit. And you can make these adjustments depending on your lighting condition, specifically if you're in the shade. If it's a cloudy day and you've got white clouds to deal with, it's going to be a different light look than if you've got blue sky as your light. So if you're in the shade and it's a sunny day otherwise, the light on their faces are going to be a bluer tone, so it's going to adjust a little bit differently. Okay, I'm happy with that, so now I'm going to go ahead and see how we do here. I'm going to select Command-Shift-S, which is your synchronized settings. I'm going to match the total exposures. Because I changed the white balance of the first one, it's going to change the white balance of all these ones. And I did one thing incorrectly, so I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to select the specific camera. There we go. That's better. Check the last one here. Am I happy with what's there? I'm pretty happy. I could go just a touch warmer on these images. See how you see it? You can see here as you look in the grid view, we've got warm, 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 and then it switches to cool a little bit right here. So I'm going to just bump that up, and I'll keep going. I'm pretty happy with those. Just maybe just a touch. I'm going to drop my histogram down just to see how we're doing here. They feel like a touch bright to me, but I think they might actually be correct. That's a synchronize and then match total exposure, one after the other. So the light has changed at this point. You see how the light has changed from here to here? So I'm going to bump these ones up a notch. See if we're happy with that. I'm happy with that. Synchronize, match. Okay, these are getting a little bit warm to me. I'm going to double check my white. Let's see how we're doing. Pick something white. I think is white. Yeah, not loving that. Not loving that either. That's okay, we can get her figured out. Tune it to our liking. And so I'm going to go back and apply those backwards to these ones here that are all similar. That's a synchronize and then match. Keep moving forward. where you see are a bit brighter, so I'm selecting those 3 and dropping the exposure down by 1/3 of a stop. Synchronize, match. Those ones are definitely brighter, so we're going to select those and we're going to bring them all down. Here, light change there again a little bit. Bump that up 1 notch, just a touch brighter. And then synchronize all those that are the same. Synchronize and match. They should come out similarly. Although maybe there's a cloud that came out, so anytime there's a change in lighting of any kind, then it's going to adjust your match total exposure, because the calculations within Lightroom are actually just going to give you the camera settings for those things, not the actual amount of light that's getting in there. Happy with that. Those are just a touch bright. These ones are all in the same spot, so they're going to be a touch bright too. 1 stop down, or 1/3 stop down. Okay, now one of the traps I'm definitely not going to get myself into, which is a common trap, is to try to perfect them all right now. Remember, we're trying to get 95% of the way done at this point. We want to get a great starting point, something that our clients would be happy with, but maybe we want to put a little bit more into it. So I'm going to switch my cameras here and a little bit differently. So I like to sort by camera when I'm editing. Just makes things a little bit easier for me. That, and I'm a very simple person, so I like to keep things simple. So we're going to synchronize all those and match those. This is here, so the light might be off. That's okay. We'll go 2/3 down and check that. Okay, I'm happy with that. That one looks a little bright though, comparatively. But I like it, so I think the other ones are 1/3 dark. Okay. I know these ones are going to be a bit different. Okay, so the white balance didn't change because I don't think it was automatic reaction. I do love reliving photo shoots. It is fun. And there's my beautiful face. Love it. Okay, can I go to both cameras? Gonna switch to number 2. We've got some sunshine happening. Sure that I get things right the way that I want them. And I'm gonna make a quick adjustment up front here because I'd like a little bit more vibrance there from those colors in the background. And I also want to put just a bit of a vignette on that one. So now I'm going to take all of those that are there sync, match total exposure. Excuse me. A little bit bright. Alright, happy with those. Moving along. Now, these ones are definitely more warmth to them. That's better. I like that. And that's, again, one of those things where I love being able to dial in my own taste for images. Okay, so the synchronize and match got things closer. That's a bit bright. And I can even, if you want, you can go, if you can't see big enough or you need your screen bigger, you can change the thumbnail size. Kind of get used to working in things a specific way, so you got lots of freedom to do what you want. Synchronize and match. Let's see how we did. That's two up. Okay, moving along to the fifth one. Oh, we got some leaves being tossed. Synchronize and match them all. Let Lightroom do its thing. And we can just have a little peek through and make sure we like what's there. That one came out just okay, so this is a little bit different than I normally. I like it. So we'll do something with it. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And I can bring that down a little bit. Back to the library module. Synchronize them all, match them all. There we go. We have some variety of photos. Again, I'm going to sort by camera type. I prefer like sometimes these are a bit tough to get the exposure just correct, especially when the hair's up like that. That's pretty awesome hair. And I think all of those are just a little bit too warm for me, so let's go down one notch. That's a technical term, a notch. This big button here, the double line button, is a full stop, whereas this is a third stop, so if it's quite a bit under, you can bump that up really quickly. Same with your white balance. Just as crazy as I feel sometimes. Much different, just a little silhouette. Okay, so now I can say move back to my greater than or equal to 0 stars, and I can take a look at the entire group of photos, specific images at this point. I want to look at the feeling of the photos and see if they are consistent. So I can't help but notice that the first ones are a little less warm. See how as I look through, oh, I should all cameras here. There we go. That's better. These ones are cooler or bluer than some of the later ones. So even your eye changes a little bit as you're editing. So I want to see where I am. You can tell right off the bat these two are out and about. They don't fit the rest of the look. And I'm not sure what. Oh, there we go. Just did an update. Okay. These ones turned out a bit too warm compared to the rest of them. Those fit nicely. And these ones are okay being outliers. They're all altogether different types of images. So just these first ones, I'm going to take all of those and I'm going to bump those up 1 warmth, and I'm pretty happy. So now what I want to look at is what other things do we need to do to the photos? Is there any cropping? Is there any straightening? I noticed I was shooting with a bit of a tilt here. So what I'm going to do for cropping and straightening, I'm going to use the pick unpick, that's a P and the U, and go through anything that I might want to straighten or crop. I always find shooting straight up and down vertically is challenging for me because, I don't know, it just is challenging for me. So I'm looking at my horizon lines, or the grass top lines. Those look good, Notice, see, it's all the vertical ones for me. Looks good. Well, some of you are going to be looking through these images and say, what about that one? And these ones are shot in a... It's actually quite nice when you shoot them all at a tilt, because then they're really easy to fix. Okay, so then I just have to go to my picks now. We can either choose the crop and turn method, or I can use the crop and straight angle. Okay, there we go. If I go to the library module now, actually you can do it in the develop, I just find it easier to see in the grid view. If I go to the grid view, we'll move forward a little bit. I can say all of these synchronize just the straight angle. And there we go. How close did we get? Well, apparently I was shooting consistently crooked. I'm going to apply that to here too. Didn't quite do it. I'm going to select them all now and unpick them all because I no longer want to sort by those ones. And now I want to go through and pick out any additional ones that I want to do any other additional work to. There's just a couple, sometimes things come out once you're to this point and they just aren't quite where you want them to be. That's okay. Just make a few adjustments and get them to where you want them. See there, the white balance is a little... Actually, I don't like that image to begin with, so let's just remove that. Contrast turned out here a little bit differently than I had edited previous in some of the other images, so I'm just going to bring down the contrast there a little bit, bring up the warmth in the skin just a touch. Much happier with that. Select all those and synchronize and then match. I guess I could do that to this one too. Except that it wanted to take my crop. Gotta watch out for that. Sneaky crop. Sneaky. Right, I always like to do a closer look. Select all those and unpick. Go through all the images a bit closer. And this is where you can spend as much detail at a time as you want, but I mean, we're 33 minutes to this point for 468 photos, so certainly have some brain power and some energy left to put some extra work in if needed. I'd be happy to, after I go through this, I'm happy to export and deliver to my clients, or to, as we do with family shoots, we show and sell, but I'm happy to upload these to the client ready to deliver. We use a shoot-proof for our hosting of our images, so I will export from here right to shoot-proof through the Lightroom plugin, and they'll be online in, well, I'm going to go to bed after this, and they'll be online and ready to send when I wake up in the morning, which is pretty awesome. So we're just going to make these final adjustments here. Notice that's just a bit bright there. So we're going to make those the same. I like how these ones turned out. Beautiful family. I do apologize if my voice was a little low. It's a bit, as I say, it's a bit challenging trying to edit and speak at the same time, but I think we got through it okay. Oh, look at that. We're going to select those. We're just going to get rid of those distractions down there. And I'm going to start by just using the content aware fill. Which didn't do too bad of a job. That's just the clone stamp tool filling in my content aware issues with a bit of other information, namely this post. And the background dark area. Obviously you don't have to do this. You can eliminate it when you're shooting or find another way, or you can use the Command J tool, the healing brush tool. Don't even know the names of them anymore. You just get to the quick tools, quick keys. That would probably pass, but we'll put a There we go, the distraction's gone. And I'm going to remove these 3 from the gallery. So there we have it. I'm going to rename those. They are renamed, and in under 40 minutes I have 468 images of a family shoot edited to my taste, ready to deliver, ready to export, and ready to go to bed.